Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here. Welcome to the first of what will be a couple of anniversary stream videos I'll be uploading on my YouTube channel. This first one is going to be the anniversary Name That Tune I did back in July for my 10th year anniversary special. I meant to have this up a lot sooner along with all of the other anniversary streams I did, but there's just been a lot going on. I never really had the time to look through the footage, and especially for this event specifically, because of the nature of this particular event and because I wanted to shorten it a lot because it took 4 hours to get through this one trivia show. I wanted to look at it again. I wanted to do some massive cuts and editing to this video just to make it a lot shorter and also cut out all of the dead air and stuff that was not really that important. So I wanted to take some time to do that. It took me a really long time to actually get around to that. But I finally found some time to do it. I finally got my head in there and I finally took a look at everything, and I got this 4-hour event to just under 3 hours. So honestly, I think it's worth it. It's less content you have to sit through and less content you'll have to poke around through. And I'll also have in the video description timestamps that will take you to all the different sections of the particular contest. So if you want to hear the songs from round one, you can just go to the timestamp and go straight there without having to scroll through the video and actually see okay, well, let me try to find where round one begins. And then I also made a little subtitle in each of the video stills when we got to each of the songs to actually show which song we were on too. So I did do quite a bit of editing for this to actually make it more appealing for someone who may have not been at the Name That Tune special who wanted to actually play along. And this way you actually can. So if you want to, while you're watching through this, if you want to keep track of all of your personal answers and compare them, and at the very end of the video, if you want, you can post your results in the comments section below, just to give those who didn't participate the first time and those who are just now seeing this for the first time, kind of giving them a chance to play along as well. You obviously won't be put on the scoreboard because, again, this was a live event that happened back in July, so the standings are not going to change or anything like that. But still, I want to give other people a chance to not only experience this, because honestly I had a lot of fun doing this event. It was a lot of fun times reminiscing, and it was a good contest. It was a good competition as well. It was a lot of fun. And, it'll give you guys a chance to reminisce as well and a chance to play along as well. So I hope you guys enjoy the little extra work I put into this. And, even if you've already played this, you've played it live, you can have a chance to take a look at the rest of the competition if you were not around for the rest of it, and potentially see how you would have stacked up if you continued on with the trivia. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Like I said before, the rest of the anniversary stuff will be coming soon. Because I don't have to do any extra editing for that, it's just going to be a matter of separating all of the little events from the stream into sections and then uploading them as whole streams, and I won't have to do really, again, any editing at all. So it should be a lot easier and a lot faster to get through that stuff. So for the rest of the month of December, expect to see a lot of anniversary streams on the weekend, just because I really want to get through that before the end of the year, and I think I should be able to do that. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Sorry for taking up a lot of your time here. Just want to get through all that, and I hope you enjoy the anniversary Name That Tune. Okay, let's get the music started. Hello everybody, I hope you guys are ready for this. Also, Eric, you would have not gotten a point for that. This is not Banjo-Kazooie. This is the this is the sequel to the game, Banjo-Tooie. So I'm afraid no points for you. and may God have mercy on your... No, I'm kidding. I definitely not. I was actually quoting Billy Madison with that. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Well, a simple wrong would have been just fine. God, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. This is not actually the start of the contest. It's just some music I'm going to put on for a while before the event actually starts. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing pretty good today. I'm looking very much forward to this. I've been spending the last 2 hours getting things ready. I've had the list prepared for a while now, but today I went through, made some slight modifications, and also created the layout that you're looking at right now. And I also have a notebook, which I'm going to be using to keep track of all the answers and everything. I have a Word document up so I can actually paste everything into the OBS window, so I want to make sure that this is actually going to go as smoothly and as quickly as possible, because I really want this to be over by 6:30, which I think it should be, but as I mentioned in the video I posted on YouTube, our good friend of ours who's in the chat right now, SMXLI, he will be doing his own Name That Tune at 6:30, so we'll have a double dose of Name That Tune today. So I hope you guys like video game music, because if you're following our two channels, you'll be hearing a lot of it today. So yeah, at about 3 p.m. I'm going to be posting the rules and guidelines again. I'm going to go through them very quickly, possibly highlight a few of the guidelines that will come into play today. And then at about 3:05, I'm going to be explaining a new mechanic that's going to be in play for this Name That Tune. It's something new that I want to try out, just because there has been a lot of controversy, minimal controversy, on the subject of people getting points in terms of, like, making answers and stuff like that. Okay, so it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and very quickly go over the rules for Name That Game Tune. What exactly you need to know. So I'm going to post the rules and guidelines in here. Okay, so as I've explained in the past, and just if you've been at any of one of these events, whether they're mine, whether it's Odin's, whether it's Mega's, whether it's Eric's, whether it's PTM's, a lot of people have done this. Name That Tune has definitely been a thing for a while. Basically what's going to happen is I'm going to be playing some video game music. The video game music in particular will be from projects or games that I've covered on my channel over the past 10 years. So basically for every song I'm going to post song 1, and after I post that, very shortly a music piece will be following. The goal is to actually identify what game that music piece is from. The person who gets it first will get 2 points. The person who gets it second and third will get 1 point. If it takes too long to get a second or third place answer, I'm not going to award any points, because at that point it will probably come down to people copying answers, and you know, obviously we don't want to give credit for that, because then you're just kind of piggybacking off of someone else. So I'll be identifying what the cutoff will be on my own time. But there are some guidelines you need to basically take in mind when you're answering your questions. For one, you need to actually spell the game title correctly, so you can't misspell it, you can't abbreviate it, it has to be the full game title. There are some exceptions for games that have a subtitle. You only need the subtitle when it's important. So, for example, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, you'd need to type The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. For a game like, even though I haven't done this on my channel, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, because there's only one Zelda 2, all you need to type is Zelda 2. I think the Donkey Kong Country games are another example of this. So like Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, and answer if Donkey Kong Country 2 is okay. So stuff like that, just make sure you have the first title at the very least, but make sure you have the subtitle if it's important. So keep that in mind. Punctuation is not important. Basically, I guess the biggest example of this is you don't need the double exclamation points in Mario Kart Double Dash. Hyphens are unnecessary. You don't need to worry about colons, periods, stuff of that nature. And I'm also very lenient when it comes to spacing. So if there is a space in between a word like, again, another game I haven't played, but like Star Fox. Some people spell it Star Fox one word, some do it 2 words. It kind of varies. I'm very lenient on that, so you can still get credit for that. Let's see, any other important ones? Obviously, make sure you type the name of the game that the song appears in first. This goes with a lot of Super Smash Bros. Music. If there's a song that's in Smash Bros. But it was in another game first, say the game that it came in first. Now, if it's a remix that was introduced in Smash Bros., so I guess to give an example, the 02 remix from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, answer Super Smash Bros. Brawl if it gives the Brawl remix, because that's the first time that remix appeared. So that's the one will be important. Let's see, I already said don't give abbreviations or acronyms. Roman numerals, interchangeable with numbers. You can type in Roman numerals or numbers, doesn't really matter. I don't think that'll really come into play very much in this competition, so you don't have to worry about that. Stick with North American names if it's possible. If you only know a game by its European name, I will probably still give you credit. But make sure that you alert me if it is a European name that you're giving. But just try to stick to North American names because that's what I'm most familiar with. But if you live in Europe, then you can still answer with the European name. Just, again, make sure you let me know when that's applicable, and we'll definitely go over that. One specific rule that I did not actually highlight in my rules and guidelines that I will be saying very quickly, it will apply to one question in this set, well, at least one. There could be another one. When it comes to the Pokemon games, all you need is, for example, if the answer is Pokemon Yellow, which it won't be since I haven't done Pokemon Yellow, all you need is Pokemon Yellow. You don't need Yellow version, just have the color and you're fine. And again, for those games, you can use either the title, you can use either red or blue, you can use gold or silver, doesn't really matter, because technically those games came out at the same time, and even though I've only done one of those games, for each of those examples, still, you can just pick whatever one you want. I did Pokemon Blue, but if it's easier and faster to type red, go ahead, so that's pretty much going to be it as far as the rules are concerned. Other reminders, don't get frustrated if you're not getting points or getting credit for anything. This is a Twitch stream, which means that there's bound to be a lot of lag. My internet is not perfect, and if you don't get credit for an answer, that's just the way it is. There's probably a lot of other people who won't get credit for that one, and for also other answers as well. So just keep that in mind. Do not complain. Have common courtesy and respect for everybody, including me, other participants, and my moderators. So, yeah. That's pretty much what I'm going to... that's pretty much all the rules and guidelines. I saw Cobalt Yoshi 27 ask about the, in regards to, The Legend of Zelda. The always must be used. If it's in the title, you have to use it. Odin even changed that rule at some point too. So definitely keep that stuff in mind. I don't think I saw any other... Wait, hold on, what did Sweet Lou say? If there's a specific song, in a minigame or a stage, do we have to specify a stage, minigame? No, just the main game. You just need the game title. You don't need to worry about, what mode or where the song actually comes from in the game. Just as long as you know the actual game. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change the song once more as I describe one last thing before we get started. So there is one more thing that is going to be introduced in this particular Name That Tune. I'm trying something new. It might actually give some people some more points and stuff like that. It's a new mechanic that I've kind of been thinking about a lot, but I wanted to actually give it a try for this Name That Tune in particular. So, as you know, the first 3 people will always get points. So if you get first place in a question, you'll get 2 points. If you get second or third, you'll get 1 point. But I am considering giving some pity points out, but there is a catch to this system. I'm going to call it the 1 coin system, where much like getting subsequent answers for second and third, if there's a huge number of answers that will be given at one time, so if it, like, for example, if like a game is Super Mario Bros. 3, and then like immediately I get like 5 answers that are Super Mario Bros. 3. Naturally, the first 3 people, they'll get their points, but if the second 2 people, like the following 2 people that got 4th and 5th, I will not be giving them a point, but I will be giving them a coin. I'm going to be giving them that coin in secret, so I'm not going to announce that, oh, hey, they got this coin during this one question. Every time someone accumulates 5 coins, they will get a bonus point. So it's just kind of a way to say that, well, okay, so you clearly know the music. You were maybe not the fastest to get all of them, but if you regularly get close, you will still get points. Like you'll still get points, but you have to accumulate 5 before you'll get that bonus point. I'll also be awarding coins for instances where maybe if someone gets really close and then like maybe naming or title conventions are a little off, I'll give them a pity coin as well. Essentially, this is something I want to test drive. This is not going to be, you know, this may not be a future change to all Name That Game tunes. It's just something I want to actually try out for this particular game. And yeah, it's pretty much 0.2 points. But at the end of the game, like, if you have, like, bonus points, like, I'm not going to use them, or bonus coins, I'm not going to use that as a way to break ties. Like, you have to accumulate 5 coins before you actually get that bonus point. So you can't have a score of, like, 12.4. Like, if you have a scenario like that, you'll only have 12 points. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for that system. So we'll see how it works. Again, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to be keeping track of because of this, so just kind of bear with me as we get things moving. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to discuss. So before we get things started, are there any last questions before we get moving? Because I kind of want to get started. I'm already kind of running a little bit late, but I wanted to make sure I covered everything before we got things moving. So any last questions? By the way, Slim, we were discussing it in chat, but I brought the 10-second rule. Yes, I'll go ahead and mention that very quickly. Basically, if you answered something correctly, wait 10 seconds, or even if you don't answer anything correctly, if you make an answer, wait 10 seconds before you say stuff like, yeah, I got that one, or damn it, I knew it was this other one, and like, just let 10 seconds pass before you discuss what the actual answer is. Just so people just can't type that in and steal the answer or something like that. Don't celebrate too early. Don't get frustrated too early. Just wait 10 seconds, and then you can say something. If you celebrate too early or do something like that, I may have to subtract a point based on the circumstances. So just please keep that in mind. Okay, so I think... is it just game title, or it has to be the exact title? I already discussed this. It has to be the exact game title. You don't need subtitles unless it's necessary. Like, there's obviously going to be some instances where the subtitle is necessary, but not always. So, I already went through all that. It's basically the same way it works at Odin Spac's Name That Tune. Okay, so with that, I think we are going to go ahead and get things started, so I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic in just a second. I need to actually say what the first round is, though, because that is one thing we need to do. So we're going to go to the round number 1. Round number 1 will feature songs 1 through 5. And the category for this round, it's not Memes Are the Way of Dreams. That's just a placeholder title. The first title is actually called if I can spell correctly, Main Attractions Anniversary Edition. And I'll be explaining all the categories and what they mean at the very end of the round. So, yeah, with that, I think we're going to get things started here. So, good luck, everybody. Remember, this is just for fun. Have fun, everybody. Don't try to take this super seriously. This is just a game. This should be a lot of fun, a lot of reminiscing from the past 10 years of my YouTube channel, and yeah, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. I definitely underestimated the coin mechanic for this. That's going to make things take a lot longer. So again, just please bear with me while I'm switching songs, just so I make sure I get everybody. So please just keep that in mind. So yeah, that is the end of the first round. Basically, the theme was Main Attractions Anniversary Edition. This is kind of a staple for all my Name That Game tunes, where basically I have the kind of the title themes, the main themes, stuff of that nature going on. So basically, for this theme, I just picked songs or games from my YouTube history and went with a couple of them. So the first song, everyone knew this. I gave a lot of coins for optional answers. I even had to kind of draw a line at some point because there were so many people who answered this correctly. It was a very easy one. Oh, thank you, Tixon Toxin. So the first one was Super Mario World is the title theme for that game. You guys know Super Mario World is one of my favorite games of all time. In fact, it is my favorite game of all time. So why not start with that? Why not start with the easy one, get that out of the way, and then get things moving? I love Super Mario World so much, I've even covered it on my channel twice, technically, and I've done a lot of stream playthroughs of Super Mario World as well, so clearly you guys know it's one of my favorite games. It's a game I love. It's a game that's very near and dear to my heart, and, you know, it's really no surprise that I did a Let's Play on it because it's such a game that's important to me. Wolf of Storms was the first one to get that one. First, and Mega Freak 400 and Meowsticks 24 got second and third respectively on that one. So they will get 1 point, and Wolf will get 2 points. The second question, wow, do I actually have to look back and see what it was? Yes, I do. Okay, song number 2 was from The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. A lot of people actually thought it was just the original Legend of Zelda, but no, this was from Link's Awakening. It was the first Zelda project I actually did on my channel. So I was really excited to do that game. It was my first adventure into the world of Zelda, and I remember, like, it was during like my last few weeks of college for that year, my second year. And I was thinking the whole time during that, when I get home, I'm doing a Let's Play of Link's Awakening. I really want to play this game. I really want to share it with my YouTube audiences. It's a really good Zelda game. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Zelda game, but, you know, it's definitely up there. It's a game that I've had for a very long time. One of my first Zelda games. I want to say it was the first one I ever beat, because I got Link's Awakening and Link to the Past around the same time. But I feel like Link's Awakening was a little bit easier, so I think I beat that one first. So, yeah. That's basically what song number 2 was. Wolf of Storms, once again, got that first. He gets 2 points. And Mega Freak 400 and Swords Master Guy got second and third, respectively. So, those are the ones who got points. And like I said, I'm not going to mention who got all the coins or all the pity points or whatever. Over time, though, whenever you accumulate 5, I will let you guys know, and they'll get the bonus point accordingly, so do not worry about that. Song number 3 was from Diddy Kong Racing, the main theme / title screen theme for that game. Diddy Kong Racing, it was one of those games that was actually very Puddle Plains inspired when I initially wanted to do that game, because that was a game we often talked about a lot during the early days of Puddle Plains, along with a bunch of other N64 classics. And I was really excited to do this game, and it was a lot of fun to actually go through the playthrough as well. A lot of funny things happened in that Let's Play, most of which involved Diddy getting horrendously hurt from the one Frosty Village race that I did on my channel. Still probably one of my favorite moments. So, yeah, that was a good moment. King of Kienzan, or I'll just be saying King Kienzan because that's how I better know him as. He got that first, followed by SMXLI, Shadow Mario 41, and Wolf of Storms. They got bonus points for that as well. Song number 4 was from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, the main theme for that game. the first Fire Emblem game I did in my channel, and even though I think it's very dated, and a lot of people have even asked me if I'm going to redo that project, it's still a very like big project for me. I still remember that was like one of the biggest projects, like my first very big project that I did in my channel. It was like 130 videos. In some cases, I was uploading like 2 or 3 videos a day just so I can keep progress and moving on it. It was just a really, really, really long, but also a very, very worthwhile project to do. And since then, I feel like my Fire Emblem projects have gotten better and better over the years as well, even though I've only done 3 of them. And also, this song in particular, I actually used this song for the intro of a lot of my videos of that project. And for some reason, I decided to make the volume really, really loud. So if you ever go back and watch Path of Radiance, before you start each video, make sure you turn the volume down a little bit, because in some places you will probably get an earful of that theme blaring in your ears. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Shadow Mario XLI, SMXLI was the first one to get that, followed by Mega Freak 400 and Meowsticks 24. So they got bonus points, while Eric was able to get the 2 points. And the final song for this round was from Super Mario All-Stars, the title theme for that game. Now, it's weird. It's a weird situation because technically, like, I played the 4 games in Mario All-Stars as the projects for those games. So, like, I did the All-Stars version of SMB 1, 2, 3, and Lost Levels, and I counted them as my Let's Plays for those games. So it was kind of hard to actually pick a song from any of those 4. So I decided, well, why don't I just pick a song from All-Stars altogether and just kind of make that the answer. So that's eventually what I decided on, and that's pretty much why this song is here. It's representing 4 of my Let's Plays in just one position. OdinSpack33, he's under the Amiibros channel, so do not worry. He is getting proper credit for it. He got it first, followed by King Kienzan and Wolf of Storm, so they'll pick up the points. And, oh my god, this is going very slow. Man, I might need to actually kind of rethink the coin mechanic a little bit while I'm doing this, because it is making this take a lot longer, so I'll figure it out as I'm going through, but I need to tally up the points right now, so... Okay, so let's go ahead and get things moving. This is already going very, very slow. I do apologize, but again, there's a lot of stuff I have to keep track of. I'm probably going to be a little less lenient when it comes to coins and giving credit. Maybe just like the first 2 additional answers I'll give credit for, or something like that. So as far as the next round is concerned, we're going to move on to round 2, which will consist of songs 6 through 10. And the theme for this round is called The Music Maker. Okay, so let me get my chat back up. Notepad, okay. Okay. So yes, we're going to go ahead and get this round started. Again, going to be a little more fast with this, so just bear with me and we'll get this moving. So let's get this round started. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the almost all Mario round. Yeah, there were a lot of Mario songs in that. But I mean, it's so easy to make a song based off of Mario because the music's so catchy and, like, you can really just do anything with it. I mean, I freaking made a freaking hate song about Princess Peach to one of the songs. Yeah, the basic theme for this round are basically songs that I made lyrics out of. You know, songs that I've played, and then I just kind of invented my own lyrics to, and then just kind of rolled with it. I tried to pick, like, some of the most well-known songs that I've done this with, which happened to be a lot of Mario songs, but it was actually kind of funny. I was looking at the some of the possible guesses of what would be on here. I forgot all about the Song of Storm song. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Like, I have no idea why I didn't think about that at all, so... Yeah, I found that really, really weird that I forgot about that. So there probably could have been one less Mario song. So let's go ahead and go through the list here. The first one, number 6, song 6, was obviously Peach's Birthday Cake from Mario Party 1. Made the classic song, an ode of hatred to a blonde-haired, pink-dressed damsel. My hate song to Princess Peach, probably the most popular song I've created on my channel. Everyone knows it. Runaway Guys have mentioned it a lot. I think it was even used in a game theory video once. So yeah, it's my most well-known piece of art, I guess you could say. First one to get that right was SMXLI, Shadow Mario 41, followed by Whoopmaster Zor's X and Cobalt Yoshi 27. Song number 7 was from Mario Kart Double Dash. It was the Rainbow Road theme. Now, this was actually not in the actual Double Dash project. This was a SlimKirby Sings video that I made a very, very long time ago before, like, before I still really got into Let's Play videos. It was called, I forgot the actual name of the song. I think it was like a birthday song for a cool person or something like that. And it was a song that went, she is a girl, she is Hyrule Girl, she is a girl that I know. And it was a birthday gift to a very old and good friend of mine, Hyrule Girl 9, who I haven't talked to in a very long time. She's also, like, she's actually someone that Eric, Shadow Mario XLI, used to know. Like, someone he went to school with. And then one day she started coming into the chat room, and we became really good friends. So I basically made a song on her behalf. It was very lame, it was very cheesy, but it is a song that is still on my channel if you ever want to go back and look at it. I believe it's called SlimKirby Sings 3, number 3. Very appropriately, SMXLI is the first one to get that, followed by Snack Attack 8 and Cobalt Yoshi 27. Song number 8 was from Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. What is the exact name of the song? I will verify before I say it. It is the Flower Garden theme. This was one of the biggest like improvisations I've ever done in like a video where just I was playing through a level of Yoshi's Island and I just started singing. I just made up random lyrics right on the spot and just started singing them. I just had a huge burst of creativity and that happened. It was the 3 hits to kill you, then you're a goner. You can go away now, then I'll go up here. Over there we have a lot of chomp rocks. They'll try to kill you by knocking you off the level, and then so forth and so forth. Probably one of my most favorite improvisations, honestly. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun to make that. Mega Freak 400 was the first one to actually get the point for that, followed by Snack Attack 8 and King Kienzan. Song number 9 was very recent, maybe not recent, it was in the last few years, but probably the most recent song on this list. It is from Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, Super Bowser Bros. The Underwater theme. This was the Bowser in the Sea song that I made, and truth be told, this wasn't an improvisation. I actually had planned this a few episodes in advance. I think even going into that recording session, I had like the lyrics posted so I could just sing along with them when they appeared. I even had to like readjust it so the lyrics actually matched where the song was at that point. But I was very proud of that song. It was a very, very good song, and I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. First one to get that was Wolf of Storms, followed by Odin's-Back and Mega Freak 400. And the final song, the only non-Mario song in this category, was from Super Bomberman. It was the Area 1 music, and I basically made a little song on the very last episode of the main part of the Let's Play, where it's like, hello everybody, SlimKirby here, now that here you will not fear, destroy everything with my bombs, blow 'em all away to kingdom come. So yeah, that was a cool song. I really enjoyed making that. First one to actually get credit for that was Mega Freak 400, followed by Odin's-Back and Laughably Evil. Nobody has claimed 5 coins yet, but there are some people who are very, very close, and they'll be probably added to the list probably after the next category, so do not worry. So let me go ahead and tally up the points here. Okay, so are there any objections before I move on? Yeah, you can mention that at the end, Wolf. You can mention that at the end. Oh, I also spelled your name wrong, Meowsticks. You're Meowsticks. Let me fix that. No, second place only gets you 1 point. 2 points for first place, 1 point for third and second place. It's not alphabetized because it's based on number of points. Even for ties, it's like whatever. It's basically wherever you end up in the copy and paste or cut and paste, so don't worry about it. No, there are no mashup rounds. I don't do mashup rounds, so don't worry about that. Okay, doesn't seem to be any actual objections, because who cares what Snack Attack 8 thinks. So let's go ahead and move on to round 3. Round 3, this will consist of songs number 11 through 15. And the actual round name is... Let's Try That Again. Okay, so let's go ahead and mute the mic and get this round started. Damn, that last song is so good. I love that song so much. It's so freaking good. Okay, so, gonna go over the round theme first. Let's try that again. Ringra immediately knowing what the round theme is. Let's try that again. Basically, projects that I've done twice on my channel. There's a lot more than this, and I tried to avoid all the Mario ones. Kind of. I guess you can count the Wario one as the Mario one, but, like, whatever. It's Wario Land, so it's not Mario. So, yeah, these are all projects that I've done twice on my channel. So, let's go through them. The first one was Pikmin, The Forest of Hope. Pikmin was one of those projects that, like, I was very, very proud of because it was the first Pikmin Let's Play on YouTube. The only problem is I hated the quality of some of the videos. Some of the videos were done in a very, very bad video bitrate and quality, and I had to actually, like, it wouldn't record the game audio in some places. It was a very, like, very technically bad project, but it was also a very important project too. And I'm glad I redid it because I think the redone project is even better. Even though a lot of people said that I ripped off Chugga Conroy, but again, it's Let's Plays. People do that no matter what. But yeah, like, really, really proud of the Pikmin projects. They're really, really good projects. Wootmaster Zors was the first to get that correct, followed by Wolf of Storms and Snack Attack 8. Song number 12 was from Kirby's Dream Land 3. It was the boss battle theme. The first one to get that right was Mars Rover, followed by King Kienzan and Flaffably Evil. I didn't say much about Kirby's Dream Land 3 because, yeah, I did the project the first time. It was a very bad project. Definitely one of the projects I'm, like, least thrilled about because it was a blind Let's Play with post-commentary. Yeah, just try to figure that one out. So I redid it much later on, but honestly, like, I just found that I'm not really, like, that big of a fan of Kirby's Dream Land 3. I don't hate it, but kind of a boring game, at least in my opinion. It has some good aspects, but still not as thrilling as the other Kirby games. Song number 13 was from Donkey Kong 64. And was it just me, or did people typo up a storm during that one? There were, like, 3 people who, like, misspelled it during that question. At least 3. But the ones who actually got it correct were Odinspec33, he was the first one to get that, King of Kienzan, and SMXLI. They were the ones who got credit for that. Donkey Kong 64, probably the redone project is probably one of my most favorite projects, but the first project I did on it, while I think it wasn't bad, it was done with webcam pointed at the TV, and you could even see me in the background, like on the TV's reflection in some of the episodes. Very, very weird project, but I think the redone project is probably one of my most favorite projects that I've done on my channel. It's just very, very good. I already said who got points for that. Song number 14 was from Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. I will give credit for just Wario Land, though, because Super Mario Land 3 is technically a subtitle, so that will count. The first project for Wario Land, very awkward commentary. It was very desynced from the actual video. I was playing with a lot of input lag. It just was a project I wasn't very proud of. So I came back and redid it a few years later, and I think it's a very solid project. Nothing spectacular, but it wasn't really bad either. It was just a fun little game to play through, which I guess is a good way of looking at it, I suppose. Silver Star 65 was the first one to get that one correct, followed by Cobalt Yoshi 27 and Louie 250, so they will be getting points for that one. And the last one of the round, say hello to the person who got it correct first by pre-typing, but I'll get into the semantics of that in a minute. Anthony Blaylock was the first one to get that, followed by Wootmaster Zors and Flaffably Evil. Simpsons Hit and Run, probably the most popular project on my channel. A lot of video views. The first video has like over 3 million views. It's the project where I really kind of started to making it as a Let's Player. Like, It was just a really, really good project. But it was actually the second time I had done Simpsons Hit and Run, because I did the project originally with a webcam pointed at the TV back in 2007, very close to when I started YouTube. It was a redone project, and a very good one. I'm glad I redid that project when I did, because it really kind of got my channel going, so to speak. So in regards to Antony Blaylock pre-typing that, here's the thing. I know it might seem cheap, but it is technically a strategy. So I'm not going to give him any less points or anything like that. He guessed it correctly. If it were anything else, he would have gotten it completely wrong and wouldn't have gotten any points and would have wasted his guess. I don't really like that thinking so much, but that's the kind of rule set that Odin uses in his contest, so I think that that's just kind of what you have to do. Or you don't have to do it. I wouldn't recommend doing it, because you don't know when games are going to be in the list, but it is technically a strategy. So that's pretty much what it is. So that is going to do it for that round. Funnily enough, no one has gotten 5 coins yet. There are a lot of people who are very close and who have 4 coins, but a lot of the people who were close actually scored points this round, so they probably got points as opposed to actually getting coins. So that's kind of what happened there. But there will definitely be a coin given next round. So let me go ahead. I already did the scores while I was waiting, so I don't have to calculate anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll try to fit him in here. So you may have noticed you might not be on the board right now. If you are not on the board, it is because you have 1 point. Basically, as of right now, everyone who is on the board has at least 2 points to their credit. So if you have a point, don't worry, you are still on the list. You're just not on the list that can be seen. So you're just, down there with more points. So do not worry about that. But that's how the points as they stand right now. Wolf of Storms is in the lead, followed closely behind by Mega Freak 400 and Shadow Mario XLI. King Kansan and Odinspec are closing in. Wootmaster Zors is also pretty close. So yeah, it's a pretty close game, honestly. So let's keep it going. Honestly, let's keep this going. Yeah, there were a lot of people who just scored points for the first time last round, so that's why there wasn't much of a change in the leaderboard, because there were a lot of new people getting points for that. I think that was a very, very good round. So speaking of rounds, let's go ahead and move on to the next round. Round number 4. Let me see what it is. Okay, that's what it is. That's what I thought it was. This will encompass songs 16 through 20. Let's think about this. That is round number 4. Any objections? I don't think there are any objections. So, yeah, also make sure to refresh right now, because, you may have gotten some buffer or something. That's bound to happen in these events. So, yeah. So yeah, make sure you refresh, and we're going to go ahead and get this 4th round started.
Oh, there were some funny things that happened during that round. Some very, very, very funny things. Okay, so round number 4. Let's think about this. This is in reference to strategy games, puzzle games, basically games where you have to kind of think about things before you make a move. That's kind of what I was going for with this category. I try to have a category like this in a lot of my Name That Tunes just because of it's a game type that I'm very, very prone to playing because I love games where you kind of have to think about your moves and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started. Song number 16. Song number 16. We have from Advance Wars 1, Max's theme. I picked this song in particular because Max was a CO that I used a lot in Advance Wars 1, a lot in Advance Wars 2, and I'm in the process of using him a lot in Advance Wars Dual Strike as well. So yeah, that's basically the first song that was in this round. First one to get this correct was Flappably Evil, followed by Mars Rover and SMXLI. Next up, song number 17 is from Donkey Kong. And it's just Donkey Kong. I know that I normally put 94 at the end. That's the way it is on my Let's Play, but technically the game is just called Donkey Kong, so Donkey Kong is the correct answer. It'd probably be a case where I would have accepted a 94 answer, but like the first 3 answers, heck, even the first 5 answers were all just Donkey Kong, so it worked out just fine. This was the forest theme, the second world of the game. It's a pretty cool game. It's probably one of my favorite puzzle games, honestly, just because there's a lot of interesting thinking you have to use for some of the levels. A lot of the levels are pretty throwaway, but I think it's a great game. I think it's a lot better than Mario versus Donkey Kong. Sorry, Eric, but I've always felt like this game is a lot better than that one. So first one who got credit for that was Odinspec. The person who got second place is Wolf of Storms, and then Snack Attack 8. Number 18 is a very recent Let's Play that I've done, a Pokemon trading card game. It's the Club Master Duel. I literally picked this because I love this song and I wanted it included in some way. And, you know, it's a game where you have to think a lot before you move. I thought I went through the game very, very well. I think it was a really, really great Let's Play. Probably my best Let's Play I've done this year so far, at least in my opinion. Yeah, that's pretty much what that one was. The person who got that right first was King Kienzan, followed by Snack Attack 8 and SMXLI. So, next song number 19, was from the hit mobile game that was eventually released on all different platforms, Plants vs. Zombies. It is the minigame theme, which is pretty good theme. You have to think about your strategies a lot during the mini games, and funnily enough, I had a good friend of mine, Snack Attack 8, on board for the co-commentary for that Let's Play, and we had a really, really good time. It was a good time that was. Unfortunately, despite being the first one to answer, Snack Attack 8 actually spelled it wrong. It's not Plants versus a single zombie. It's Plants versus Zombies. So Snack does not actually get credit for that one. He will be getting a pity coin, though, because of that system and the way that works. And he can't refuse it, so don't even bother refusing it, Snack. You will be getting a pity coin that could be cashed in later. But it may not be. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. The first person who did actually get that right was Odinspec, followed by Mars Rover and Mega Freak 400. And finally, the last song of the round from the Let's Play I said I would never do, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. And it was the Eternal Bond song. It's Ike's theme in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I love this song. Like, I think it's a pretty, like, it's a song that everyone I think loves, but, like, I just love this song so much. It's so cool, and definitely my favorite map theme, at least in my opinion. It's just so good. It's so good with how it plays in the last chapter of Part 3, where you hear, like, the heart beating alongside the music. It's just such an epic song. I love it so much. So, person who got that right was King Kienzan, followed by Glowstick of Destiny, who gets on the board, and Shadow Mario XLI. Before I update the scores, we actually have some coins to give out. I am going to be giving a coin to, let me look at my list really quick though. Okay, that's what I thought. Flaffably Evil, Swordsmaster Guy, and Mars Rover will be getting an extra point this round because, well, they've accumulated 5 points, or 5 coins, so they'll be getting an extra point for just being pretty accurate. Even if they didn't get the questions a lot of the times, they still have been very, very close, so they are going to get some extra points because of this. So it was Flaffably, Swordsmaster's Guy, and who was the last one I said? Mars, I think? Yeah, I think it was Mars. So yeah, good job, guys. Even if you didn't get the points, you will still be rewarded for your efforts. So I actually need to change the scores around again. And I will fix Meowstick's name because, yeah, it was still like that on my Word document. So that's why the spelling error got unfixed again. So there we go. Is everything in order? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. There's too many people who have 2 points. You guys are ruining this trivia. No, you're not. You're fine. Man, that's a lot of points on the board. I think it all fits, though. So yeah, those are the scores as of right now. Very, very heated at the top of the leaderboard. So there you go. There's the leaderboard as it stands. Shadow Mario XLI is leading the pack, but Wolf of Storms, King Kienzan, and Odinspec are right behind him. Mega Freak is right there too, and even then, the people following that are not too far out of it either. They've been scoring a lot of points recently, so there you go. Okay, let's get things moving. Again, kind of slowing down a little bit. I do not want that to happen, so we're going to move on to round number 5. Now, you've probably been noticing a common theme with a lot of these songs. A lot of these songs. Seriously, like, you could basically tell the type of gamer I am when it comes to YouTube. But you know what? We're gonna throw that off the window, or out the window this time, with this next category. No. Okay, we'll go with this. Round number 5 is called Nintendo Who. So, there we go. That's going to be the that's going to be the next round. So, let's get this started. Okay, there we go. That was round number 5. Nintendo Who. Nintendo Who, eh? Well, guess you won't find out because none of these games were initially released on Nintendo consoles. There's probably a few exceptions, like later on down the line, but at least these didn't start as Nintendo games. They were definitely either like a Steam game I played, or they were on a obscure system in general, or on the Xbox, PlayStation, stuff of that nature. So that's pretty much what this round consisted of. The first song, which I'm convinced everyone pre-typed, but it's fine. It's a strategy, like I said. Probably not. I'm sure you guys just could tell from the sound font in general. That was from Darksiders. That was probably the most out-of-nowhere Let's Play I've ever done on my channel, because not only was it not Nintendo, it was also just a mature-rated game. It dealt with a lot of things I'd never dealt with on my channel before. But still, like, honestly, I had a lot of fun with that Let's Play. I actually watched it back for my anniversary clip show, and I'm surprised with how good the project was. Like, seriously. I think it was a great project. I think it's probably the most underrated project on my channel, if I'm being quite honest. I think it was really, really good, at least in my opinion. First one to get credit for that was Mega Freak 400. Followed by King Kienzan and Snack Attack 8. So, yeah, that's who got points for that. Song number 22 was from Thomas Was Alone. Snack Attack 8 is the only one who's getting credit for that, because everyone else guessed the Stanley Parable, apparently. There were a few other Thomas Was Alone guesses, but they came way, way after the fact. They came way late. I don't think I even gave Coin credit for that either, just because it was so freaking late before anyone actually guessed Thomas Was Alone. So yeah, Snack was Snack was the only one who's going to get credit for that. So good job, Snack, for knowing the music for that game. It's a great game. Thank you, Illu Weaver, for giving me that game, because definitely one of the best indie games I've played. Song number 23 is from Sonic CD. It is the Metallic Madness song track from the present set of stages for Metallic Madness, and it is also the Japanese and European version of the game, but in pretty much every recent edition or inclusion of Sonic CD, they have a way to pick the soundtrack, and that was the soundtrack I used for that level. So that's basically what that was. So yeah, the Sonic CD. King of Kienzan was the first one to get that, followed by Wolf of Storms and Wootmaster Zor's X. Next up, song number 24 was from Hack and Slash favorite series of mine, Dynasty Warriors 2. Only Dynasty Warriors 2. That's the only Dynasty Warriors game I've done on my channel. It is the surprise attack song, which plays during the Battle of Hefei level. I love Dynasty Warriors. I'd like to cover more on the future of my channel, because I love the series. It's a great series. I really, really enjoy it. My favorite hack and slash series for sure. The people who got points for that, Snack Attack 8 was the first one to get that one right, followed by Mars Rover and Louis 250. So good job, guys. And the last song of that category was from The Walking Dead. It was Clementine's theme. It's called Clementine's Suite on the actual soundtrack. So yeah, that's what that was. Walking Dead, like Darksiders, another series I've done on my channel that I absolutely love. I'm looking forward to playing the 3rd season very, very soon. Should be a lot of fun, and it's just a game series that has really, really touched me. Not just the game, but also even the TV show as well. I'm a huge, huge Walking Dead fan. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The people who got points for that is Odin Spack was the first one to get that one, followed by Snack Attack 8 and Cobalt Yoshi 27. Snack killed it that round. He got 2 right, and he also got a few second places here and there as well. So he's going to be shooting up those charts. But before we actually post the scores, Someone did actually get a coin that round, and that user is SweetLou19. You've been very, very close. Haven't made the board yet, but you have accumulated enough coins, so you do have 1 point right now. If you keep it up, you'll definitely get another one, and probably a few more points too. So Sweet Lou is on the board now with 1 point. This is going to be, once again, a big, big scoreboard here. After this round, I'm probably going to shorten the scores to 3 points or 4 points. So you have to actually get those points before you can actually make it. But, you know, I'll go ahead and do this for right now because Louis 250 also kind of got another point, so he made it a little further up. Okay, hopefully, yeah, this will be the last time I do this. I don't think any more can fit after this. I'm sure it already looks pretty bad just with the graphics in general. So yeah, there's our points. Anyone have any objections before I move on? If not, I am going to get the next round ready. And the next round is going to be, let me see what it is. A legendary console. Doesn't seem to be any objections. So let's go ahead and get things moving here. Okay, round number 6 is going to start. Okay, that is it for round number 6. Yep, that's it. So let's go ahead and get things going here. This was N64 games. I've said numerous times in my channel's history that the N64 is my favorite console. And with all the games I've talked about just in this round, in previous rounds, games to come, and games I've just done on my channel in general, the N64 has so many amazing games. Like, I love it so much. Like, I love the Super NES. It's what got me started on video games. But, like, the N64 just has so many great games that really kind of just, like, changed, I think, the way gaming was for a very long time. Which is why, No, that was 5 songs. That was 5 songs. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that was N64 games. I've said it numerous times that it's my favorite console, and it's my favorite number because of that, because I think it's an amazing system. So, as far as the questions are concerned, number 26 was The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Pretty much everyone knew this. I even gave a few extra people coins because it was such a spam answer, it seemed like. Shadow Mario XLI was the first one to get this correct, followed by Cobalt Yoshi 27, since Mega Freak 400 misspelled something in that. I have him marked, but then marked out because of that. And then Mars Rover got third on that one. And Ocarina of Time project, honestly, was probably my favorite project from last year. I'm not really the biggest Ocarina of Time fan, but Let's Playing it actually gave me a new appreciation for the game. Like, I definitely see why Ocarina of Time is so loved by everybody. So, yeah, that's number 26. Number 27 was from Super Smash Bros. It is the Fighting Polygon Team song. So it's the song that plays during that particular battle in story mode. Super Smash Bros. Started the Smash Hype section of my channel in 2014, I believe. Yeah, because I did Super Smash Bros. And Melee that year. So I picked something that would be like kind of obscure, I guess. If you've played Smash 64, you know this song, but like, you know, I didn't go for the obvious Melee or Brawl picks. They could still be here in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. So King Kienzan was the first one to get that right, followed by Mars Rover and Odin Spack. Those are the people who got credit for that one. Song number 28 was from Paper Mario. Paper Mario, again, probably one of my best projects on my channel. I really enjoyed doing that. I've pretty much enjoyed doing every single Paper Mario game. I think that the 3 Paper Mario games I've done on my channel are the best, some of the best projects on my channel to date. So definitely glad to have this one, and also Thousand Year Door represented. Will Super Paper Mario be represented? We'll have to wait and see. This was the Koopa Bros battle theme. Wootmaster Zor's X was the first one to get this, followed by Odin Spack and Shadow Mario XLI. Number 29 was from Banjo-Kazooie. Funny that I used 2 Valley themes in this round, but whatever. They're both amazing songs, so whatever. It is the Gobi's Valley music from Banjo-Kazooie. First one who got this right was Wolf of Storms, followed by King Kienzan and Snack Attack 8. So that was that one. Song number 30 was probably the best N64 game of all time. That's way better than Hexen. Pilot Wings 64. It is the Jungle Hopper theme for the probably one of my favorite bonus games in that game, because you literally just jump across all the levels to get to the goal. It's so fun. It's so freaking cool. So the people who got that right, Ringra 15 was the first one to get that right. Followed by Mega Freak 400 and Shadow Mario XLI. A few people misspelled 64 or just said Pilot Wings, which is not the answer. You probably got points, or coins, but not points. So that's pretty much going to do it for that round. As far as scores, we have some coins to hand out. Shadow Mario XLI, Mega Freak 400, and Snack Attack 8 Although it might seem a little unfair that they're getting points and they're like really far up on the leaderboard, they did earn them. There were a lot of questions where they were very, very close, but didn't quite get it. So they are going to get an extra point for their efforts. Let me go ahead and add that to the totals. Let me do that. 13. Oh, wow, I don't actually have to adjust my settings at all. But like I said, I'm going to actually start making 3 points the requirement to actually get on the board. So this list is going to look a lot smaller than it did before because there's a lot of people tied at 2 right now, unfortunately. What exactly did I copy? Okay, I just copied that. I know I could probably fit a few more people in there, but again, everyone has 2 right there, so there's not much I can do about that. So while I get the next round ready, any objections, anything you guys need to contest before we move on? Yeah, nobody has 3 or 4 at all. Nobody has 3 or 4. It's all, there's a huge tie at 2, but nobody has 3 or 4. They're not eliminated. They're still in the game. They just can't be shown because if I add all of them, then the scores will be freaking chaotic and I won't be able to see anybody on the list.